Yo, we're back with another banger. Missed a couple of weeks because been incongruent. Simple as that. The things that I said I was gonna do, I didn't do. So you can call that what you like. I call it voting against the self, or voting against the person who I know I need to become in order to get the result in life that I want. Right? I want to touch on a couple of things today that I've been going through, that I've been becoming more and more self-aware of. First, therapy, right? I've been doing therapy since April this year, on and off, not regular therapy, but I probably had about 8 or 9 sessions now, maybe a bit more. But yeah, and I want to talk about how it helps me build action steps based off my awareness, my self-awareness, right? I believe I'm a very self-aware person, and that I understand what I do wrong, what I do right, what I need to work on, etc. But being in therapy, speaking to someone outside of myself, helps me implement action steps based off my self-awareness, right? Based off me realizing that I'm not going to the gym as much, or I'm not, focusing on my nutrition. I'm getting up a bit later than usual. I'm going to bed late, etc. Right? And understanding that, fixing one problem at a time can have a knock-on effect to fixing multiple things at a time. And sometimes it's not things that need fixing, right? Sometimes it's things that you need to stop doing, things that you need to let go of, things that you need to say no to, right? Because within life, a lot of the time, it's like we believe we need something additional in the process to get the result or the outcome we want. But in reality, it's actually like you need to let go, you need to stop doing, you need to forget about certain things and say no to a lot more people and a lot more situation, and to yourself a lot more, right? That's what's going to allow you to be in alignment with being more congruent, right? The more congruent you are, the tasks you know you need to do become easier. And I had this conversation with a good friend of mine the other day. So it's like right now I'm finding it hard to be congruent, but it's based off me falling into comfort of doing things I know I shouldn't be doing, whether it's texting girls, whether it's, you know, staying up late, whether it's like eating fucking sugar late at night. You know what I'm saying? So often it's being that self-aware to understand that, look, the things that you know aren't serving you, if you stop doing them, the things that will serve you are going to be easier for you to do, right? Because they're in alignment with the person you need to be. Another thing I want to touch on is being surrounded by the right people, right? So like I had multiple conversations with people today. None of them are from my hometown. Just let's put that into context, yeah? All of these people, one's from America, one's from down south, etc., right? These have all been conversations either over a Zoom call or a phone call, right? And them coming from their perspective, going through adversity, going through a lot of the challenges that I'm going through at the minute, right? In terms of leveling up as a person to get to that next financial goal, to that next version of myself, right? Who has all these things that I desire, right? The clear factor is that you need to become the person who is worthy of them things, right? You can't just expect it by doing the work. You need to be in alignment. Every fucking fiber of your body needs to be in alignment with the person who actually has it already, right? So if you think about the version of me who's, 10 years down the line, he's got a family, multiple businesses, all the things that I desire, whatever, right? Does he do this? No. Does he do that? No. Does he do this? Yes. Does he do that? Yes. And it's all about acting in alignment with what that person will do that in that moment, right now, in the present time, in the present day. Yeah, and that's how manifestation works, right? Everyone thinks it's this big woo-woo thing, but it's just aligning your words with your actions. Everything you desire, the action steps to get there, you've actually got to do. Simple as that. Not say this 10 times, a million times a day. No, fuck that. Manifestation is literally aligning your words with your actions. Everyone says they're a big dreamer. Everyone says they want the big house, the big cars, the big businesses, right? Very few people act in alignment with the person who actually deserves it. Yeah? That's why this video is coming here, because in the last 2 weeks I said I was going to post every single Sunday, and I haven't, right? We're filming this on a Saturday because I can't wait to fucking video this shit, right, and get it out there for Sunday. because I need to start acting more in alignment with the person who is worthy of the goals I'm trying to achieve. Yeah, otherwise, if you're not worthy, you will not achieve them, right? You attract what you attain, essentially. Yeah. What I say that is, if you attain the goals, if you basically work like a checklist, ticking things off, eventually over time, your personality, your identity, your vibration, your frequency will come in alignment. Everything is delayed. You have to do the action first. The outcome comes second, and you have to be input focused, not output focused, and that's what's going to allow you to get there. Yeah. Trusting yourself, and not just, I guess, trusting yourself to not just get the goal, but to being the man that actually deserves the goal. Yeah. Trusting yourself. You can do it. Yeah, I do trust myself. But obviously there's times where I fall out of alignment, catch myself, and it's almost like, when you're asleep and you feel yourself catching, you wake yourself back up. It's almost like that. But yeah, every vote you have, or every action you take, you need to think, is it a vote against, the person you want to become, or is it for the person you want to become? Is drinking on a Saturday, is that against the version of you who you can become and you want to become, or is that for? And you've got to work that out. You've got to determine your values as a man. Yeah. So, that being said, recap of my last few weeks. We're coming into the last week of August now. Not been the best week. Yeah, I could sit here and blame external, factors like ads being a bit slow, lead flow not being the best. I think for the first 3 weeks I was averaging at like two calls a day, right, on my sales offer. But do I just really want to do that? With the version of me just fucking externalize and say, oh, it's the leads, it's the quality, it's the lead flow, it's the amount of bookings on my calendar, or it's the offer, it's the pricing, it's the this, it's the that. The version of me who's, hitting 10, 15, 20k a month wouldn't fucking say that. So it's wholeheartedly down to me of the reason I'm at where I'm at in the month, and it's about to start letting that version of me take over every fibre of my being to get me to where I want to go. Yeah. So the journey still goes, the episodes still run, and let's stay congruent. I'll see you every Sunday. But yeah, just to wrap up, finishing the month, pacing probably another 5k a month, and it's like 5k, how long I've been on a fucking 5k a month? And I know for some people that might seem fucking hell, 5k GBP, that's like 7k USD every single month, that's pretty good. But it's like, bro, I know I can do more, I know I can do way more, but I need to become the person worthy of that before I attain it. So yeah, selling to Indians isn't easy. No one said it was going to be a walk in the park. But the version of me who's hit 10, 15k per month selling to fucking Indians, would he fucking bitch around? Would he be incongruent? Would he not follow through with the things that he's going to say? Would he fuck? Yeah? So it's time to run up the bag. Background's looking fucking fire. Fucking hell, skin's looking fire. I'm looking great. So yeah, peace out. See you on the next one.